another sunny day.
Hey guys, welcome back to Yellow Shoelaces. On my last podcast, we were talking about dating apps. So I decided that I needed an expert on these dating apps to find out, what the real skinny is, what's going on, how does this work? Are there tiers? Is there anything over the gold tier? I mean, platinum, is that like a guaranteed marriage proposal tier? So we're going to find out. I have with me today, drum roll, please. Okay, I don't have drums, so I'll sing it. Da da. Ellie from Arizona. Hi, Ellie.
Hi,
How you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, you've been enjoying this warm weather?
I have. It's been amazing.
Okay, so you're a warm weather baby, right?
I hate cold. I'll tell you that right now.
I hate cold too. I thought I was a sun goddess, but apparently, this summer really humbled me. I am not that person anymore. I like a cool breeze with 75, maybe some 80. So I got humbled real quick. Um, okay, so we have you here as an expert. Is that fair to say that you're an expert on these dating apps, or is that just kind of like, damn, Ellie, what are you doing out here in these, dating site streets? You hopping around like that? Or are you just new to the dating app and just wanted to try something different?
I'm new. I'm pretty new to it. I've been only doing it for about 3 months so far.
Okay. So it's a short time, I guess. So I guess my first question is, what prompted you to try a dating app?
Um, I just wanted to give it a try, just to see if I still had that juice. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I that was my main reason, just seeing what's out there and,
Mhm.
what I can pull.
Okay. You mentioned to see if you still had that juice. So how would you know if you had that juice? Because you're saying that because you've only been on here for 3 months, but talking to someone in person, you can kind of tell whether you have that pull on how quickly they respond to you. So on a dating app, how do you know that you still have it? What would make you think that? What would that other person have to do to show you that you still have that?
Well, I mean, it's just more about the likes, how many
Oh,
people like my profile.
oh, okay.
Um, and I got a good bit, but
Mm,
in the end, am looking for love because I don't want
okay,
to
okay.
be, out there like that. It's really exhausting to be honest.
Mm,
Just having to start all over and trying to get to know the person, ask them questions like, what's your favorite color and all that, you know,
okay.
crazy stuff. But mm,
You mentioned the likes. Now, I'm taking with all the likes at some point, like if you got over maybe, I guess, 50, it's kind of a confidence booster because that many people like your profile picture. And are they judging you just on the picture or by things you comment on?
um, I think it's probably both.
Mhm.
But I do get a lot of comments on my beauty and the way I look.
Because you are gorgeous, girl. Hey.
Yes, honey. And on chocolate.
Hey, hey, hey. Ooh. Okay. So they're judging you mostly, I'm hearing, on profile pictures.
Correct.
Okay. And I mentioned in my last podcast too, when you are on these dating apps, there's a price. And I don't know why I'm so shocked by that, but I just kind of assume that you sign up, it's free, and you get to peruse. And I guess maybe in the back of my head, I thought, at some point, if you make a match or something, they may charge you a fee for something else. So if you could just kind of walk us through it. When you first signed up, how did you determine which app you wanted to use? Was it based on a recommendation by someone else who used it or advertisements you've seen? How did you choose the app that you're on?
It was really by recommendation. My brother, he's been using the app.
Hmm.
Hinge, and I think he used another one that's called Bumblebee or something like that.
Okay.
Am I saying it wrong? Um, but that's how I, was introduced to the app. And then, Facebook dating, also giving it a try. But I think the only one that paid is Hinge.
Okay. Did you say Facebook dating?
Yes.
Facebook has a dating app?
Hmm.
Guys, I am so out of the loop. I had no idea. Okay, so Facebook has a dating app. Okay. So you are on, did you say Bumblebee or Hinged?
I was on Hinge, but
Okay.
then tried Facebook.
So that's where you're at right now, Facebook dating app.
Yes.
Okay. And is there a fee?
There's no fee on Facebook. It's free.
There's no fee. Now, knowing what I know now, and I'm telling you, and you probably already knew that there are fees associated with dating apps. Do you feel that because Facebook dating app is free, that you wouldn't get quality people to date? Do you think it's like a free for all on there?
I think it's a free for all because you can find people that's that look good.
Hmm.
Uh, I guess when it comes to like their bio, how they display themselves, it's I wouldn't say low quality. To me, I don't think it's low quality just based off of if it's free or not. It's really just a hit and miss, and also what you're into and what you're looking for.
Okay. And when I say low quality, I don't mean like they're low quality. I'm saying if you're not paying for an app, that the chances of somebody actually lying about who they are, do you think that's more common on Facebook dating app because it's free as opposed to the apps that you have to pay for?
Mm, not really. Everybody lies, whether it's big or small. I mean, someone gonna say something that's not true. I mean, it doesn't really matter if you're paying or not. I mean,
Okay.
can't really determine that by an app that's charging. I think people just whoever made the app is just trying to make some money off of it.
Okay. Um, so have you ever had in your 3 months on this app, have you ever had someone lie to you about what they do or profile pic? You've seen it and then maybe later on you realize that's not really their picture. Have you ever had that experience?
Mm, yeah, I mean, I would be on it, and then I mean, it's just more about me just on their profile and then scrolling down, looking at other pictures, and
Mhm.
as I go down, they're probably smaller, and the further I go down, the
Wow.
bigger they're getting. But I mean, that's by far how much I got to. But it's nothing. I would never know unless I caught them in a lie or something. But
Okay.
uh,
And again, I know it's only been 3 months, but let's just say for shits and giggles, if at the, let's say 6 month mark, you met someone, now you're vibing with them. And I'm just going to ask this first before I, get to that question. When you're looking at profiles and you pick someone that you think you might be interested in, are you guys sharing pictures at this point, or are you just having conversations?
it's more just having conversations.
Okay.
Um, I don't send anybody anything extra because they can. I mean, I already have pictures on my profile for you to
Hmm.
see. But if it gets to that next level and we exchange numbers,
Okay.
um, and they ask for it, I'll probably give them like one or two. But
Okay.
or more probably calling on FaceTime. I don't have an issue calling them on FaceTime. You know.
Okay. So back to that, my first question. So if it's been about 6 months, you
Hmm.
feel like you're interested in this person, and all you've seen so far are profile pics. The conversation has been amazing, and you decide, hey, I want to meet this person. They want to meet you. Now you go to a mutual meeting place and you see that this person is looking nothing like their profile pic, but you've had amazing conversations up until this point. Would you kind of like ghost them, or would you just be like, dude, you're a liar. I'm ending this date right now. Or would you continue to date and then just delete them from your, site that you're on?
It depends. I do find uh heavyset men attractive,
Mm-hmm.
depending on how they look. So I'm not judgmental, and I think when it comes to people that lie about their weight, I think it's more of a I don't know, it's like defense mechanism. Just how can I say? They feel like they might not have a chance, and I'll give somebody the benefit of the doubt,
Okay.
if I seen something like that and they look, completely opposite,
Mm-hmm.
it just really depends on if they carry their size well, like they're not looking all sloppy and and I feel like you ain't had to lie, you know what I'm saying? Like,
So if they said they were like 6 feet and you met them and they were like maybe 5 feet two, would that be like, dude, like this is totally different than what you said? I'm out.
yeah, yeah, to a certain, yeah, I'll probably
Yeah,
be
or
out.
are you gonna
I'll
finish the date? You're gonna eat,
I'll
right? You're
finish
gonna
it,
eat and
I
drink.
wouldn't. Yeah, I'll take that free meal. But, after that,
Okay.
it's just like, okay, man, you didn't have to lie about that. Now that I know off rip you're a liar,
Okay.
but it just has to be a reason behind it. Like, the height thing,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's worse than talking about your weight. People have
Okay.
a reason because they don't want to, lose the chance on getting that opportunity. I really think outside. I'm very optimistic when it comes to situations.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I'm I don't know.
Okay. So I think the next question is, you said you're looking for love. Now,
Mhm.
when you say looking for love, are you saying just maybe a long-term relationship? Or are you looking for possible marriage out of this dating app? And would you use Facebook dating app to possibly find marriage?
Uh, I'm looking for marriage. Um, I'm just really not that type to be talking to any and everybody. It's very exhausting. So I'm definitely am looking for someone that I can, spend the rest of my life with.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right. Well, now you said early on in a conversation that it's exhausting.
Mhm.
Now, uh, compare this to meeting someone in person, that exhaustion, whatever it is that brought you to the dating app, and then tell us how that compares to being exhausting being on the dating app. So, how does that work? Let's start. You gave reasons why you went to the dating app because it's getting hard out here. So, what was so hard about dating in person?
Um, hmm. I never really I don't know. Today world right now is completely different. Like it's not like how it used to be back in the day where people are just outside having a good time, enjoying themselves. A lot of people are on their phones, just engaging into other things than someone that's right in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I mean, I've met people in person and all that, but I don't really have that. It's different because I have tunnel vision. Like whatever I'm doing, I'm a very busy person, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not really focused on, I guess, people when I'm out in public.
Okay.
So I guess, when it comes to social media, I'm able to like really sit down and okay, it's just really easy. Like, okay, I don't want to go with that person because of this, and that, A, B, and C. Then meeting someone and I don't know, it's complicated to explain. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, I'm kind of sort of understanding when you meet him in person, I hear that you're saying you're busy. And so when I asked this next part about the complications of dating online, what is it that makes this complicated but more acceptable than meeting someone in person? So how
Well,
how does that differ?
hmm, how can I say this? Hmm. Okay, they both have their pros and cons. I think
Hmm.
meeting someone in person, um, it's good because I know how they look off rip.
Hmm.
Um, and I can get a feel of it. And if I
Yeah.
don't want it, I can either, give them a fake name or a fake number. Sometimes the numbers don't work anymore because
Hmm.
they want you to call. You got to call them right in front of you.
How you do it?
So it's kind of hard. And then sometimes I think another thing is like some men don't know how to take rejection.
Yeah.
Um, and it can turn into like something completely different. So I think that's just one of my fears. It's just, denying someone and then they're ready to chop my head off because I said no, you know. Um, and I think with the online dating, you have more control, you know.
Okay.
You can just deny if someone likes you. You can see, okay, you can get a feel of their personality here and there, but again, they could be lying,
Hmm.
So I think both of them have their pros and cons, but I think with online dating, it's just more you're in control
Okay.
of the situation. I think when it comes to that, I think it's more about my safety,
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
But at the same time, people could be catfishing, and I meet up with them, and they done kidnap me, and there could be a lot of stuff going on.
Let's not project. Let's not
Yeah.
project. Yeah, so, okay, so other than catfishing, what else makes online dating, the apps, complicated?
Mm, I don't know. I think it's just the tedious, same conversations over and over and over again. You know, um,
Like example.
just like when you're getting to know someone and you're constantly saying like, "Hey, how you doing? Okay, that's good. What do you do for work? What's your favorite color? What's your favorite food?" And it's just like an ongoing thing with each and every individual that you meet.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. Yeah.
that's just mentally draining. And then, I'm not gonna lie, I've learned a lot about myself that I didn't know about, and I was like, "Ooh, I might have to change that." So I think I can learn faster when I'm on online dating, and learn from it and then make sure I know not to do that again or not to say that again because it's just, I'm not perfect. I don't think anybody else is perfect, but
So when you say not to say that again, are you saying something you may have said may have turned that person off?
yeah, yeah.
So do you feel that if you say it to someone else, it might turn them off? Because I mean, there's different strokes for different folks. So,
Mhm.
so how do you tailor that? And how do you know for sure whatever it is you said actually turned that person off?
Um, just based off their reaction, like if they're
Okay.
not really engaging or, like, whoa, nah, like one of the, I'm a big anime fan, I like to talk about anime.
Okay. Go ahead, anime.
And,
Hey.
hey, and one of the big animes I like to watch is Demon Slayer. And a lot of people do not like this character, but I love this character. His name is Zenitsu.
Okay.
And so, I would always ask them, like, okay, who's your favorite character? Who's your least favorite character? You know?
Hmm.
And of course, I'd be waiting because I'd be waiting for somebody to just, talk crap about Zenitsu. And I'd be ready to jump down their neck, like, don't play with him. But
Oh,
you know what? That's another conversation for another day.
that's anime fighting. That'll be my next podcast. All right. Let's go back to the dating app.
But yeah, I like to debate about things
Okay.
and some people just don't like that. I think, and it just shies them away from me sometimes. I don't know.
Okay, that's fair. But do you totally get rid of who you are for the next person, or do you just tailor it to ease into it to see,
I ease
how they
into it.
feel?
I ease into it just to
Okay.
see. Like I get an idea, like, oh, okay, you like if we get on that topic, like what you like to watch, what do you like to watch, and stuff like that. And then they say anime. I say, okay, cool, I like anime too. And then
Okay.
we go into that. But yeah, I unfollowed someone because they was talking a lot of crap about me.
Girl, that could have been your future husband.
Well,
And
he ain't. That's that.
Okay, well, till death do us part. Unless you badmouth my anime character, then you got to go. Grounds for divorce. Okay,
Period.
I see where you're going with that. Okay, so I guess when you meet a person, now you're engaged, and I don't mean getting ready to get married, but you're engaged, conversation, everything is going good. You verify their profile pic. Now, how long would you give it before you stop seeing other people online or viewing other profiles online?
Um, I would say until I'm like I've met someone that I'm digging, like I'm really feeling right now.
Hmm.
That's when I'll just, okay, I'm done talking to everybody. I'm gonna just focus my attention on this particular person right here.
Okay.
So,
And do you know, or would you have to ask that person if they're doing the same thing? And if not, would you feel comfortable if they were still looking at other profiles, even though they know that you are not? And they said, "Well, I'm not sure. I'm still looking." Um, how would that make you feel? And would you be able to tell? Because I know in some apps, I was told that you can actually see if that other person is still looking at other profiles.
well, I can't see that on Facebook dating.
Hmm.
Maybe I'm looking at the wrong places if it does that, but
Okay.
um,
Well, check it
if
out.
yeah, but if that person was to tell me like he's still dating, like still looking around,
Mhm.
even though me and him are like, deep into it,
Okay.
I'm gonna feel some type of way.
All right. All
I
right.
mean, I know I shouldn't because I mean we haven't made any type of commitment or anything like that.
Mhm.
But if we're talking for like 6 months and it's serious, I would expect you to not be engaging with anybody else,
Okay.
you
That's
know?
fair. That's fair.
But
Well, I'm saying it's fair. I can't say that that's fair because you are expecting, and maybe they haven't come to the conclusion that, you're their person yet. So I can't say that that's fair. I'll take that back. It's understandable,
yeah.
but I can't say it's fair.
I mean, I can't feel any type of way, you know. I
Mhm.
mean, that's just me personally, but I know, like, I wouldn't like, oh my God, you still talking to? I'm not gonna be on that type of wave, you know.
Mhm.
At the end of the day, we never agreed. We both didn't agree that we were gonna make, you know,
Okay.
everything, just me and him, But there is one person.
Ooh, Ellie, did we get the privilege of hearing your experience with this one person? You could use a fake name for your person. You could just call him person. Let's just stick with person. So your person. Um, how did you guys first connect? What was it about him that drew you in?
Okay, so when I looked at his profile, because he liked my profile, and I was
Mhm.
like, let me check him out, whatever. And at first, I was a little like, okay, oh, because he's African, and
Okay.
I know when it comes to Africans and their culture, like I don't, they're very family oriented, which is nothing wrong with that.
Hmm.
But there could be a cultural difference in certain
Okay.
aspects. I can't speak too much on it because I don't know much. Um, but I think what drawn me to him was this picture he had, this what they call those shirts, like a dashiki.
Okay. Yeah.
And it was red and gold, and he was just smiling like really big, and he had the hat on, and he looked so adorable. Like,
God, your whole energy is smiling right now. You're like, ah, I'm in love. Ooh.
ooh. And out of all the pictures, I love that one,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I was like, you know what? Let me see. And then like on his profile, he was like, I came back to Facebook because my friend found love, but I thought I'd give it a try. So I was like,
Oh, he
it's
wrote
cute.
that in his profile.
Yeah, it's a little cheesy. So I was like, you know what? Let me just see. So I just,
It was lovely. It's actually lovely. I think it's honest and
yeah. So I matched with him and we just, started talking and off rip. He was just funny. Like
Mm.
I think his personality drew me more to him,
Okay, okay.
and since then we've exchanged numbers and it's been cool, It's been
Okay.
cool.
Well, before I get into the it's been cool. It's been cool. Before I get into those questions, I want to ask, did you get a chance early on to ask him what it was about you that made him go, "Oh, I have to, really get to know this lady better."
He says it was my smile.
It's beautiful.
My smile, my eyes.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So
I love it. I love the story. I mean, again, I know that dating apps are not necessarily for everybody, but I guess you're on there for a purpose. Like you said, you're too busy. You kind of, I guess, tailor it down to what it is you want. So you meet people based on that. Um, so now we are going to get into it's cool situation. Have you guys been on a date yet?
yes, we have.
And okay, so how did that happen? Who asked who first?
He asked me,
Okay.
he was dying to see me, and I work about 3 jobs. So, it was kind of hard trying to find time, but I found it. And
Okay.
I think he was trying to he wanted to spend his birthday with me.
Mm,
And I couldn't do it because I was on call that week.
okay.
I said, we may have to reschedule. My Andre's birthday was on a weekend. He was like, okay, how about it was well, his birthday was on a weekend, but he wanted to see me the weekend before that. So he was like, let's just schedule it before my birthday. And I said, okay, that's fine.
Okay.
And I ended up putting reservations to this 5-star restaurant, and he had to travel from Boston to me to
Oh, that man is like loving you, traveling. That's
yeah,
pretty
he traveled a
amazing.
long way to come
Okay.
see me. Um, when he got there, mind you, the reservation was at like what time? 6:30, but he got there pretty early. So, he's kind of rushing me. And I'm like, hey, it's not even 6 o'clock yet. I'm gonna be there. And
Were you
when
nervous?
I was nervous. I was really nervous. Um, so I finally got there and I'm walking towards the restaurant.
Hmm.
And my first image when I seen him, I swear it feels like it was like a movie or something,
Oh
but
God. Ugh.
he was like he didn't have his phone in his hand. He
Hmm.
was literally looking for me, but he was
Oh.
looking in the opposite direction.
Hmm.
He had on a whole suit. I'm like, damn.
Oh, okay. Go ahead, sir. Gentlemen, sir. I love it. Love it.
And I was trying to like, try to get to him before he turned around.
Hmm.
But, as I got closer, he ended up turning around and he saw me. And he looked at me. He had a little smirk on his mouth on his face. And I'm thinking like when I got closer, I said, please don't make that. Why are you making that face?
This
He
is so
was like,
romantical, romantic.
yeah.
Oh
He was like,
man, I
he
love
said,
it.
yeah.
I have to ask,
Mhm.
did he kiss you on a cheek or did you hug? I mean, was it just like, hey, let's go sit down? What was it like when you finally got together?
He
Now,
gave well the first interaction.
well, when after you've seen each other in the
Mhm.
restaurant, you saw each other, did you hug? Did he kiss you on a cheek or did you just go straight to the table?
Oh, he gave me a hug. He grabbed my hand and we walked to the restaurant.
Okay, hand
Yeah.
holder. That's like, okay. I'm loving it. I love love stories. Love stories. This is so amazing. Okay, so we're at the table. And
Hmm.
who's ordering? You or him?
We haven't ordered yet. He actually had to go to the bathroom,
Okay.
and when he came back, we just started talking, and we haven't ordered like the first 20 minutes because we just kept talking and
That's a
It
pretty
was,
generous restaurant because usually they kicking you out or telling you like, listen, you better order drinks or something or get out. So 20 minutes before ordering, okay, all right.
yeah, it was, we kept getting distracted. But then
Okay.
finally it was like, okay, let's order, our food. And so we got some wine. We think we got a bottle. Yeah, we got a bottle of wine.
All right, all right.
And I think we both got like lobster macaroni
Mm,
and a steak. Yeah, lobster macaroni and a steak.
okay. So during dinner, are you guys on phones? Are you keeping it like, look, we need to have this conversation? So how did that happen? No distractions?
No distractions. We weren't on the phone. We were
Wow.
fully engaged. And if he picked up the phone, he's probably looking up the menu to see what kind of food, just to understand the food more because it had like, you know, exotic names.
Okay. Wow. I love the fact that you are not on the phones while you're eating. I think that is amazing. And I really think restaurants should offer like boxes on the table so that people can put their phones in while they're eating, to just have people engage more in conversation. So that should be a thing. Okay, so you're having dinner, finished dinner, getting ready to go. And I know it's the first date, so I know he's probably not going to be super forward by thinking he's coming to your place, or is he? So tell us how leaving the restaurant ended.
It was nice. Well, I told the ladies that his birthday was today, you know,
Okay.
and they brung out like these chocolate balls, and they just told him happy birthday. They gave him a card.
Oh,
He was pretty excited about that. But once we was done, we got up, we left, and he just walked me to my car.
okay.
He held my hand the whole way.
Okay.
And when we got to the car,
Come
we
on, come
just
on, come on, come
telling
on,
each other
come
goodbye. And he gave me a kiss on my forehead.
on. Okay. Well, let's just kind of like dissect this kiss on the forehead business. Did he hold the back of your head and tilt it down, kiss on the forehead, or did he put both his hands on your face, tilt it down, kiss on the forehead? Because I think hands on your face, tilt your head down seems more endearing. So how was it? Or did he just lean over and just kiss you on your forehead?
Um,
These things matter, people. They matter.
he just he gra he
Reenact it. Try to go back to that night.
yeah, he grabbed my side of my face and he just
Oh, okay, that's sweet. I love that because that means a lot. Like if he just leaned up and kissed you, it's like, dude, or he just grabbed the back of your head and was like, come here, chick. But to hold your face is just so endearing and loving, so and respectful too, because he kissed your forehead. So I love that. That's pretty sweet. And okay, so he did that. Now, it's sweet to me. How did you feel? What was your thought?
I was nervous because I didn't know what he was about to do.
Okay. Did you want him to kiss you?
Um, it wasn't really, how can I say this? It didn't really matter,
Hmm.
as long as he didn't like, try to kiss me on my mouth or anything like that. I didn't know what he was doing. I just thought that
Open up. Here it comes.
it was gentle. It's not like I
Okay. Yeah, well,
hesitated to jump back or something. It was just like, okay,
I
it's
got
nice.
mace. I got mace. Help, help. Okay, well, that was endearing. I love it. So he kissed you, he goes back to his car, you go back to your car. When you get into your car, can you walk us through your thoughts? Like, was it, I definitely want to see this guy again? Or was it, he's okay, I think I'm gonna keep looking? Like, what was your
Yeah.
thought process?
I mean, he already told me we was gonna do another date. So
Oh, okay. When
while
did
we
that
was
happen?
eating, when we was eating, he was like, "Oh
Okay.
yeah, we're definitely doing a second." I
Oh,
was
you
like, "Oh,
left that part out. So in
you tell
between
him."
the lobster macaroni and the chocolate balls, he told you we're having another date.
Yeah, and I said, "Are you telling him asking me?" He said, "I'm asking." I said, "I guess so." He was like, "Okay, now I'm telling you."
That man knows what he wants. Okay. So we get back home and you are still connecting with your person. Um, so where are you now, you and your person? Are you still, doing this one-on-one, or are you still looking? Is he still looking? And did you talk about that to each other?
I haven't brought up that conversation yet.
Hmm.
Um,
Can we know why? Can we know why?
I think I'm still trying to feel him out.
Okay.
Um, he does work. He works a lot,
Okay. All right.
and I don't know. To be honest, I don't think he is. But I can't. I don't know. I just never brought up the conversation yet. But it'll come in due time. It's just like when we
Yeah.
do talk, we can't talk that long because he's working. So it's like
Okay.
I've never been able to like really engage in a deep conversation with him. If we do, we're probably the most we've been on the phone say about 20 minutes, maybe. Mm. But we literally have to plan. We have to plan. Okay, we're gonna be on the phone at this time because
Okay.
not only does he work a lot, I work a lot. So it's understandable, and I kind of like it like that because I have someone who actually understands me, than, being in a relationship and, my partner's just, he doesn't understand at all of why I work the way I work and what I'm working towards. And, you
Okay.
know,
Yeah. So how do you see this working in the future? Because I know he understands you, you understand him, the work thing. But if you guys plan to actually make a committed relationship with all the working involved, when do you get a chance to really sit down and see each other and discuss future plans, possibly marriage? When would that happen? And do you see that happening because you really don't speak that much?
um, I don't know. I mean, I see myself
Hmm.
being married to him.
Okay.
Um, I just know that I did ask him a question. I the other day I said, hypothetically speaking, if we started dating, how would you manage your time?
Hmm.
And his response is that he would call out from work.
Okay.
It's like, I don't want you calling out. Like, I would want you, because then once he calls out, it's just like it's affecting him,
Yeah.
his job. So, like, are you gonna like maybe reduce your hours or something so you don't have to call out and it's not like an option to go to work or not? I don't know. But he did say he would make time for me.
Okay. And it's still early. So, I mean, I guess these
Yeah.
are things that you can talk about like in the coming months. But how long would you give it to actually see these things happen before you realize maybe this is not going to work? Or are you willing to set a time? Like if it doesn't happen in, say, a year, that we're spending more time together, we're speaking on the phone more. Um, I'm gonna let this go a little bit longer because it will work out. Or you just like, it's been, 6 months and we're only talking over the phone 20 minutes at a time, seeing each other maybe once a month. I can't do this and I'm just gonna go to other profiles. Like where do you stand?
Mm, I think after 6 months, if we're not like at least talking, I don't know. After 6 months, I'm expecting us to be like engaging with each other a lot more, you know.
Okay.
Um, but again, it's just all about planning. We have to plan to speak on the phone for a certain amount of time. If I
Okay.
want to talk to him for an hour, we have to like, okay, well, he probably have to take off, or I have to, well, not take off, but like reduce his time, or even vice versa. I might have to reduce my time because again,
Hmm.
I work a lot too. But if as long as the communication is good, I don't mind like
Yeah.
working towards,
Okay.
working with him.
Well, I like the sound of that. Ellie. But definitely in 6 months, we are going to catch up because I want to know how you and your person are doing if you're engaged to be married, if the phone conversations have increased, and the both of you just gave up other profiles and decided to focus on each other. So, at the end of the day, would you say that dating apps are worth it? Paid or non-paid? Are they worth it?
I think they're worth it.
Would you recommend dating apps to someone else?
Yeah, I would. I would. I mean, it's like a hit and miss, you know. Everybody's gonna have their own experience with it, but I think it's worth it.
Okay.
I've only been on Facebook dating for about 3 months.
Okay.
Months maybe. No, 3 months.
All
So,
right.
and so far it's going good for me, you know.
Well, I love to hear these stories, and at first dates sound amazing. Even the kiss on the forehead was endearing. I know some people are like, what the hell? First of all, I don't want you kissing me on a first date. Second of all, on the forehead, not the lips. But listen, we don't know him yet, so kissing on the forehead is acceptable. And it was done lovingly. Two hands, palm in the face, which is beautiful, very endearing. So I like that. Well, Ellie, I want to thank you for sharing your dating app story because it answered a lot of questions that I had. So, if anybody out there is looking to possibly find Mr. or Mrs. Right, check out a dating app if you feel that, being out here in the streets is like really hard getting someone's number or having someone to ask. You know, did the libraries, you did the coffee shops, the bookstores, the bars, which is kind of played out. But, and if it's not working for you, maybe dating app is the way to go, I guess, paid or non-paid. Um, but I want to thank my guest, Ellie, for sharing her experience with us. And we will definitely be catching up in about 6 months, probably sooner, because I'm invested in this story now. I want to know about a second date. Ellie, thank you so much for that story. And I'm hoping you have an amazing evening. And for everyone else out there, I hope you have an amazing week. Always remember to stay intrigued. And until next time, bye.